everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Whimsy and I wanted to talk to you guys all about something that I'm just learning about recently. It's called adult ADHD. I wanted to make a series because I wanted to talk about how ADHD affects me, and if some of these ring true to some of you guys here at home, please let me know in the comments below. And if there's anything else you'd like to share about your own experiences and how it may differ from mine, then please let me also know about that in the comments below. Please also like and subscribe and hit that notification button so you can see more videos if you like this series. It's a little bit different than the usual videos that I do, but I wanted to get right into this. So let's get into what it is like for me having adult ADHD. Number one, it's really hard to stay focused. Even when I'm trying to make this video, I did try to make a list just so I could try to stay on topic, because we tend to get off topic a little bit as we talk, as some of you may already know. Basically, when we're talking, when we're trying to focus on something, we either hyper focus on an object or something. Like if we're watching a movie, and somebody else may be in the room with us and they may say something like, if you're into watching, playing a game or working on a project on your computer or you're on your phone, and somebody may say something like they're going somewhere and you're like, yeah, okay, because you just want to like, yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me? Yes, I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not really paying attention. I'm so engrossed in whatever I'm watching or seeing that we tend to like tune out everything around us, which can be a good thing if you tend to hyper focus, because it can be a good thing when you're a painter or you're an artist, so you're so focused on what you're doing, you're so in tune with it that everything else just gets kind of blocked out. But another thing that we do is, if we either are hyper focusing or we are getting distracted by so many things at the same time. So we are focusing, our brains are focusing on so many different things at the same time that we're not really paying attention to one particular thing. We're thinking about where we should be going, what we should be doing. I have to go to the market, I have to go get this, I have to go do that, I have to pay some bills, I want to watch this movie, I need to take a shower, I need to go walk my dog or take care of my cats or something, I need to do this and this and this and this. So our brain is constantly like all over the place with all these ideas and thoughts about what we should be doing, and sometimes we end up doing nothing at all. So basically everything could be a distraction to us. Literally everything can be a distraction to us. Even our own thoughts can be a distraction to us. And sometimes mid-conversation we can forget what we're talking about. So number 3 is we forget what we're actually talking about. I don't know if you've ever been in a conversation with someone and you're talking about something, but the conversation is going back and forth, and then also you have this great idea. So you're talking to them, and next thing you know, you get so off. Sometimes you can forget what you're trying to say mid-sentence. So you're like, I had a really good point here, but I totally forgot what I was talking about. So you're talking to someone, and the next thing you know, you're la 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 la, and then you're kind of like your brain just kind of like takes a break or goes on or gets a drink of water or something, and you're just kind of left there going, I know I was talking about, I had a point here. And if you feel comfortable enough with the person, you kind of like ask them, what was I talking about? What were we talking about again? What was I saying? And if they know you, then they'll remind you. But it can be embarrassing if you don't know this person and they don't know you have ADHD. It can be kind of embarrassing because you totally forgot what you were trying to say mid-sentence. So it's going to be kind of embarrassing. And also another thing, number 4 is, sometimes we get distracted when someone else is talking to us. I think it happens a lot if they tend to be long-witted. So you're in the middle of a conversation with someone and they're talking to you, and somewhere along the line, halfway through the conversation, your brain you start getting distracted by your own thoughts, and you start daydreaming, or you start thinking about where you want to go when you leave here. Oh, you got to do this. Oh yeah, I got an appointment with a doctor. Okay, I got to make sure I call this person. And so in your own head, you've already have this whole conversation going on in your head about what you need to do, and you forget that this person is talking to you. And halfway through the conversation, you realize, oh crap, I have no idea what this person is even talking about. I think I should start paying attention now. So you start focusing, trying to focus on this person and what they're saying, and hoping that they don't ask you a question or what you think about it, because you're just like, I don't know, I have no idea what you're saying. And it's kind of bad, you know. You feel bad because you're like, this person's talking to me and spilling their guts to me about something, and you have no idea what it is that they're talking about, because your brain just has left the building. Number 5 is that sometimes during mid-conversation, there's this conversation going back and forth between you and somebody else. Something can distract you, and you're just gone. Like, a good example is one time a friend and I were at a park, and it was nice. There was a lake close by, and it was really green. It was really beautiful. And we're just at this picnic table. We're just talking and having a nice little conversation. And this huge butterfly, I mean, this gorgeous blue butterfly just flutters by me. And all of a sudden, I want to chase after this butterfly because it was so beautiful. So they're talking to me, right? And mid-conversation, I just leave. And I walk away. And I'm actually literally chasing after this butterfly because it's so beautiful. It's like, I'm sorry, but the butterfly is more important than your conversation. I know it's bad, right? It's bad, but it happens. And it's funny, but sometimes they're just like, hello? I was talking to you. You're just so rude, you just take off. I'm like, yeah, but did you see that butterfly? I mean, come on, man. That shit was beautiful. It's huge. It's like this big. So yeah, it's funny. It can be, I'm sure it can be frustrating for those who don't have ADHD and trying to live with us, because we can be interesting people to live with. Yeah, for sure. So number 6, it's not, sometimes I know as for adult ADHD, there's this thing about, we tend to interrupt people. It's not like we do it on purpose. There's no harm for it. We're not like purposely trying to ignore you or interrupt you. I mean, there's something like all of a sudden we're having a conversation, right? And this idea just pops in my head. And it's a good one. It's a good thought. It's a good idea. It has something to do with this, the conversation, or sometimes it doesn't have to do with the conversation, right? But it's important to us. And if we don't get it out right that second, we're going to forget about it. And it is so annoying for us. You guys don't understand the frustration it is when it's not like, well, I can hold on to this thought and wait to the end of the conversation till I get a break in the conversation and I can add my part in it. It doesn't work that way all the time. Sometimes it does, but most of the time, once that train has left, it's gone, okay? There's no coming back, all right? So it can be frustrating for us. So if we do interrupt you, it's not that we have some malice, you know, it's just that we don't want to forget what we're trying to say. We don't want to forget it, because we will. It'll just gone, and it ain't coming back, okay? That train, you know, Elvis has left the building and he's not returning. Okay? Number 7, sometimes it happens when a person tends to be long-winded, like, you know, those type lovely people who they don't give you a chance to say anything. They just go on and on and on and on and on. So it's supposed to be like you say something and they say something and you say something and they say something, and it goes back and forth. And that's the way a conversation is supposed to be. But some people, they just tend to talk on and on and on, and they don't give you a chance to say anything. And I know, of course, sometimes we can be a bit long-winded ourselves, especially when we don't feel that chance to say something and we want to get a point across, and we could just get caught up in a subject that we really, really, really like, and then we just tend to go on and on and on about it. I understand that. It happens, yeah. We can be capable of being long-winded ourselves. So another thing that happens is that sometimes we can be in a conversation with someone, and I find this happens to me a lot. Someone is talking to you, and next thing I know, I start to yawn. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I just start to yawn, and I can't stop. After I've been yawning, I can't stop. And it's not that we find what you're saying is boring. I mean, yeah, sometimes we do find what you're saying is boring, but it's not like that, because I think that I could just easily get distracted by my own thoughts. And so it's not that. I just think that sometimes it's either we get so exhausted from trying to focus on what you're saying that it actually makes us exhausted and we get tired, and a good nap is always a good remediation for that. Remediation? What the fuck? What is that? Remediation. Did I just make up a word? Remediation. The remedy for that. And what was I saying? Oh yeah. So sometimes when a person is talking and we can feel exhausted by it, you just used up all of our energy, because it's all of our energy has been trying to hyper focus and really pay attention to what you're saying, that sometimes we start yawning, and once we do, it doesn't really stop. It could also be that we're just really comfortable with you. We just find you very comforting, and you could actually we could just listen to you and then just fall asleep to what you're saying, because it's so peaceful. It just sounds so nice. And that's happened, you know. It happens, you know. I'm sorry, we don't do it on purpose. We're not vindictive, evil people. It's just the way our brains work, you know. But, you know, one thing about having ADHD, adult ADHD, is the fact that we are easily adaptable. We can easily adapt to any conversation, and we can even change. If you want to, you could change a conversation, and we'll just go like right along with it. You could be talking about fish one minute, and then dogs the next, and then cats, and then what you have for dinner, and then what movie you want to watch, and we will just adapt. We'll just go right along with the conversation. Not a problem. We could easily follow along. For me anyways. I mean, obviously for you, things may be different. So if you have adult ADHD, and if you resonate with any of the things that I'm talking about, if I made you bored, and so you're scrolling the comments section, if there's any comments, this video, or if you just get distracted or you get bored and you start yawning to what I'm saying, then maybe you also have ADHD. If there's anything that I've left out, I'm sure I could add it into another video, which I will want to start making this series. If you guys, you know, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button if you want to see more videos of me talking about stuff, or just talking nonstop about stuff, which I possibly could. I mean, literally, I could have a conversation with myself for, I mean, I could be driving the car with somebody, and we don't even have to even have the radio going, and I could just have this great conversation by myself. The other person doesn't even have to pay attention, which is really cool, which is really nice when you are traveling along with someone who also has adult ADHD, because they don't really focus on what you're saying, and you're not really focusing on what they're saying or what you're even saying, so it's okay, and you could get distracted in your own thoughts and processes and stuff like that. So all right, but thank you for watching me today, and if you'd like to know more, if you'd like to hear more of these videos, you'd like me to make more, I will do so. And otherwise, that's it. So bye everybody, I love you. I'm Whimsy, signing off. Bye.